Top two move into the round of 32. Third place relinquished to that dreaded elimination round, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. And straight into it on the first day. And a question already asked of a couple of rookies. Slightly contrasting fortunes so far in the season coming into this. We think about J.Smith, of course, and the pedigree he's got out here, the 3 finals that he's made, and he's one of the outstanding surfers at this event.
And we had some action right off the buzzer. This is J.Baker.
Baker hitting it nice and vert in the pocket. Wave goes a little soft and he'll look for a finish on the end. He'll do that really nicely. It's making sure he finished off, but just squeezing the juice.
Opening ride, Paul, for J.Smith.
Yeah, nice bit of controlled aggression here from Jordy. It's smooth as you like, as ever. And just managing to link up really nicely, finding the end section. Good turn off the end, not much done before that. Be a reasonable way to open up for him. Just love the way it's always so precision. Got that kind of coiled spring visual to it. Beautiful surfer to watch in any condition.
And Smith, you can see on the replay, still rehabbing that toe injury that had been hampering him throughout that opening Hawaii leg. But maybe the cold water as a little aiding feel here. You can see, I think, a booty on that front foot, Paul. Here we go, turning our attention to J.Marshall. Under the lip, glide there, and Super Tubos gets the best of Marshall. So he goes down. That's not going to factor in his top two. They're down to 24 minutes, and the scores are in. A 4.5 for the opener for J.Smith. Well suited for Super Tubos. Here's a replay of J.Marshall.
Yeah, Jake just working it over backside. We watched a left prior to that where he went down. This one made sure he got the finish. Manages just squeeze in 2 turns on the ends. And that's nicely done from him. We'll get another look here. This angle will show us the steepness of the finishing section. Didn't get a huge finish. All importantly, he did manage to ride out complete.
Yeah, rode out to a flat 5 for that performance on that wave, J.Marshall. Quickly getting back to his feet and putting in more effort. Gliding down the line. Here we go, J.Baker. And a nice finish there for the surfer representing Meriwether. 3 meters. We'll get to that because we got a replay first for you to talk over.
Yeah, this kind of classic J.Baker, right? That wrapping turn that he does off the top, he does it so smooth and just manages to kind of dip the tail as well to show a little variety as he finishes. And he's very polished indeed. Looking to get a result here, coming off a couple of 17ths in Hawaii. He knows he's got more in the tank than that. This is really nicely done. It's smooth, it's technical, and he makes it look easy. A decent finish off the end for him. Not live from Jordy.
Jordy just up, out, and not seeing any opportunity there. He'll continue to make his way back out into the lineup. Some current definitely a force today, as well as the wind picking up, Paul.
Some people opt in for board sports, other people go for tennis. Really interesting to see.
J.Smith working this leftover. And tidy little finish there for J.Smith. So he's going to go into first with that performance. There will be waiting for the last number of J.Smith. And it looks like the judges also owe us a score for J.Baker to set the situation, Paul, at 21.
This one just made sure he finished and post up a number. And off the bottom, off the top. It's super smooth again. You see him just finishing off there. Pretty technical. We talked about the power of the wave, and there are some wobbles coming through as well. And manages to make it look clean. You can just see how much he kind of liberates the bottom of his board, that rail line out of the water on the first turn. And just belts.
Here's the other side of the peak with J.Baker, Paul.
So Jacko coming from behind a little bit here. A little crumbly first section. And then a nice fizz, nice spark. It's a little combination of turns and then finishes again. Similar to the last, but just with a little more oomph. A similar turn, but just done with a little more aggression. I like it.
So we're expecting that to go north of that 5.7 that he currently has in his scoreline, J.Baker. Here we go with J.Marshall. Just up and out, maybe a little bit of repositioning there. Not much on offer for Marshall, so 2 important scores still owed to us by the judges. Let's take a look at this 3.9.
Yeah, winds up, deals with some wobbles there, just holds it off the bottom and then belts this one. A really nice turn. This one here is troublesome, and he just arrives a little bit late. And he just kind of saw that white water, just kind of jump on him a little bit and grab the board. Doesn't get a completion, which affected the score, but that is a beautiful turn. Yeah,
late to the party here, and they closed the door on J.Baker, unfortunately, so that's why you got a 3.9.
As we see another wave coming in, little flyaway there, is the power of the waves down here.
Jordy Smith live action, flying through the lip there. One more time for the big man. Has to lay back to get a recovery, and pets the cat out in front of it. Does so. So score that for Jordy Smith. We'll see if he betters that 4.5, your initial reaction, Paul.
Yeah, really nice rubbery sort of recovery in the legs on the end minute. In really good form. Let's get another look here. And he puts it up, keeps the speed going, and looks at this turn. Just kind of uses that lip line. Does hang on. I don't think the judges are going to be overly enthused, particularly by that, but nevertheless going to be a decent number and it'll probably improve. Look from above, and we're seeing it. I mean, it's impressive. Think about it's got that 4.5 early on. Let's see where this one goes.
So I'm watching his feet right now. So it's right. He's got a front foot booty and just the rear foot natural. So that tells me that the toe still is going to be a little bit of a factor.
That feels like, you know, even better than it would probably anywhere else. And getting it so early on in the season, that's got to feel great for Jake.
Yeah, we have a tremendous rookie class. As we see, Jordy Smith throwing the tail there a la Tom Curran layback, but unable to put that completion. I like the variety. I like the progress. I like, you know, something a little bit different being thrown at us by Jordy. One of these surfers is going to end up standing up into the elimination round. We're not going to run that round today, but that is a round that you do not want to be in, because 33rd gets you nothing. 33rd gets you off tour is what it does.
It's a relatively unusual break that sort of does have to bend in here. We're a little bit sheltered, so hopefully we should get more of it in.
Jordy Smith looking for a ramp. Has to skip that section and does not find the ramp, but you can see him kind of forecasting, projecting down the line, taking a look at something for the air show going into the wind there.
It does feel like those kind of conditions as well, where as you paddle into the wave on the takeoff, not necessarily able to see what the rest of the peak's going to do, just having a go, having a look.
Continues to surf through here and finds a little bubble. Why not? Jordy Smith kicks out the back. Again, just staying busy in third priority. Real story here is what J.Marshall is going to do. All right, so heat in the water. We're down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds. J.Marshall still hanging on to priority. J.Marshall still needing a 6.11. This is Jordy Smith. He wants to hang on to second place. Just a little repositioning there for Smith as he kicks out.
And he has to make sure that he stays well out of the way of the surfer with priority, which is J.Baker.
Up above, and this is going to be it. J.Marshall pulling the trigger here. Under the lip, hooking it. And waited a while for that, and that's going to be a missed opportunity. That wave did not present itself in a way that J.Marshall had probably anticipated. Well, here's our official countdown, and we're going to get it done in 2 and 1, and it will be J.Baker taking the win. Jordy Smith moving on along with Baker into the round of 32. We're going to find J.Marshall in the elimination round when we run that round.